Alright, so, okay, Kevin, have you figured out what's keeping King Ghidorah at bay? Kira and I discovered that he's apparently after someone. He's after someone. Who is he after? Unfortunately, we do not know. We're still trying to find out, so it might be a while. Hey, Legendary, are you okay? Yeah, Legendary. Why you seem so down lately? I'm thinking of someone. What are you thinking about, Godzilla? Because I saw her like a few hours ago. No, I'm not thinking about her. I'm just thinking about your parents. No. Then, who are you thinking about? I never told anyone about this, but did you guys know I actually have an older sister? Wait, what? You have an older sister? Who's her name? Her name is Godzilla. She's my older sister. She's about 7 years older than I am. Wait, then why didn't she become crown queen of the monsters? Because my father chose me when I was born. Godzilla and I, we don't really get along that much. Oh yeah, I remember seeing her now. I have memories about her now. What happened to her? Well, after our dad died by the hands of Muto Prime, she and I ended up started blaming on each other for his death. We actually ended up getting into a fight. She would have overpowered me if I didn't use my nuclear pulse, sending her flying off of a cliff, sending her crashing down to the ocean. I was so panicked and worried, I ran down as fast as I can to check on her. I didn't mean to use my nuclear pulse like that, but once when I got to the ocean, she disappeared. I did saw some blood on a rock, so she probably hit her head pretty hard. I blame myself for her disappearance. Don't worry, Legendary. We'll find her. When was the last time you saw her? About 2,000 years ago. So that was the last time I saw her. The last time you saw her was 2,000 years ago? That was the time when Dagon died. I can assure you, Legendary, we'll find your sister. What does she look like? Well, she looks somehow the way I looked back in 2014, but her spines are slightly a bit more bigger. She has a slightly slender body, longer arms, longer legs, and a longer tail. And, she has a greenish atomic breath. It's sort of greenish, but sort of bluish at the same time. Alright. I'll make sure I'll have my little rodents keep an eye out for her. My little rodent. Ow! Shut up! I'm not doing a little My Little Pony reference. But don't worry, Legendary. I can assure you, we'll find your sister. But I'm still having a hard time understanding why she picked a fight with you. Well, do you know how Scar was jealous at Mufasa for becoming king of the Pride Lands, king of Pride Rock? Well, that depends on which Scar you're talking about. If you're talking about the remake, then he most got jealous because, well, Mufasa stole Sarabi away from him. Well, Godzilla and I never had any love interests back then. Remember, I ended up falling in love with Godzilla about 4 years ago. So, yeah. And I don't recall Godzilla having feelings for anyone. But she's more like the original Scar from the 1994 movie, The Lion King. Not from the remake. Hey, speaking about the Lion King remake, I just got done watching that movie. It was freaking awesome. Yeah, I heard rumors we're gonna get a sequel, but it's not really gonna be like the original, Lion King 2 movie. What do you mean by that? Well, I mean, it's gonna be more like explaining the origin story of Scar and Mufasa. Then that shouldn't really count as a sequel then, if it's gonna be a different movie. Yeah, if it's gonna be a movie about Mufasa and Scar's origins, then it shouldn't really be a sequel. It should be more like its own movie. That's what I said at first, but then again, I remember hearing that it's a possibility, so it might not happen. That depends on how the directors feel about making the movie. Although that would be interesting to see the origin story of Mufasa and Scar. I mean, people have been making a lot of fan videos about Scar and Mufasa. I also heard that Scar's father was more abusive towards him and not Mufasa. That lion has a problem.